we are back and I once again have a new build challenge for you. And this one is not a shell challenge, this is a Sarah's House Hunters challenge. And these are the house hunters. If you're not familiar with this challenge, it's where I make a sim family and I describe what they're looking for in a house, and then I kind of give you free range to build whatever you want for them. And this is our family for this one. So we have River Ridge and his husband Jude, their daughter Briar Rose, and River's mom Celeste also lives with them. And of course I have a speed build for what I built for them, so let me show you that. So before we get into the video, I wanted to make a special announcement. So if you watched the Sim Summit, you probably know that CurseForge is the brand new official modding platform for The Sims 4. And if you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw that I am teaming up with CurseForge to give away 5 codes to the High School Years expansion pack to celebrate the Sims 4 CC Festival. What is the Sims 4 CC Festival? It is a 3-part competition made for CC creators, builders, and casual simmers. And if you consider yourself any or all of those things, you may have the opportunity to win some amazing cash prizes out of the $100,000 prize pool. We're currently in the middle of phase 1, and CurseForge is raffling off $200 each week to 50 CC creators. And if you're participating in the festival, leave me a comment down below so I can check out your creations and maybe even feature them in a future video. If you want to learn more about how you can participate, make sure you click that link down below, and thank you so much to CurseForge for sponsoring today's video. Alright, so here we are, and you probably noticed I actually have a structure already built. So the story behind this is that I spent about 2 hours and 45 minutes on my Twitch stream building a separate house for them, and then I decided that I hated it and we needed to start over. I did end up saving the first iteration of it to my library in case I do want to revisit it, but it just wasn't working out. Basically, what happened was I laid it out so that the main living area would be right in front of the front door, and I thought I would be able to tolerate that, but I have a thing, I don't know if you do as well, but I have a thing that you can't put a lot of stuff in front of a doorway, especially a main doorway like the front door. It just feels wrong to me because there's too much going on in that space normally, or there's intended to be too much going on in that space with a whole front door there. So we did a little bulldoze, and then this one I actually much prefer. The first one we were doing was a 1-story house, which when I'm playing, I like playing in a 1-story house. I do not like playing in 2-story houses. I mean, I don't hate it, I can tolerate it, but it's just so much easier, especially with a family, to keep track of everyone when everyone is on one floor. But I saw an inspiration picture for this house online. I will try and find it, and then I said that would probably look really cute in The Sims as well. And you are probably noticing some items that we do not have in the game, and that is because I actually used custom content for this. And normally I have a rule that no custom content can be used in my shell challenges or my house hunters challenge, but I actually have a list specifically of the custom content that I have in my game. So we're going to try it out with this one. If you use custom content specifically from the list of custom content that I have in my game, you can use it. You can't use custom content that's not on that list though, because that's the whole reason that I just said no custom content in the first place, because then it just won't show up in the game and then it's not the build you intended and all of that. So I will link that in the description down below. I'll link my list. It's also in our Discord, so do make sure that you join our Discord if you ever want to chat with me when I'm offline, get notifications for new videos and Twitch streams and everything. And by the way, while I have you here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I think it's like 70% of viewers of my videos are not subscribed, so do make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because I definitely want to upload more videos this month of December for sure. And of course I have other socials that you can follow on as well. And also comment down below if you have any questions about like what specific item is like from what custom content or from what pack, anything like that. Always feel free to ask and I will do my best to answer. The flooring that I used is actually the eco lifestyle wood walls, but made as a flooring. That's custom content, and I am so happy because it looks so good. Like, I love the eco lifestyle walls for a reason, and it looks so good as a flooring as well. And now that we're pretty into the speed build, let me tell you a little bit about our family. So the Ridge family consists of River, who is a yoga and surf instructor who loves knitting and rock climbing, and his spouse Jude is a geology professor who enjoys vegan cooking, and they live with River's mom. And there's River's mom Celeste, and that is who the separate structure on the lot is for. She has her own little like guest house in-law suite, and she is a retired superstar fashion designer who enjoys knitting and painting. And River and Jude have a daughter, Briar Rose, who loves fashion, piano, singing, and the colors pink and purple. And the whole family loves wellness and the colors green and blue. So you'll notice like muted greens, muted blues, kind of earthy vibes going throughout the house, because their main styles that they like are boho, modern, contemporary, and a little mid-century. I don't think I put as much mid-century into my build specifically, but I like to give you options with these house hunters for like which styles you can go for, because I know certain items for certain styles only come with certain packs. So like boho eco modern obviously is a lot with eco lifestyle, mid-century kind of, but like tiny living, get famous, bowling night has a lot of mid-century. January. So I like to give you a few different options. And tours for this, initially I said they were going to be December 3rd and 4th. What I've decided to do is do one day of tours on December 4th and then one day of tours on December 11th. So we're going to do one tour day each week for the next 2 weeks, if that makes sense. So this upcoming Sunday and then the Sunday after that will be the tours on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/sarahkendalll. And so back to the build here, obviously we have this front entryway with the custom closet. The barn door, I believe, is by Felix and Harry. I have a few different custom content pieces for like custom closets like that, so I'm not 100% sure which ones I ended up using for the closet. I love that front hall closet. I feel like it just has some miscellaneous items that you would normally find, and I ended up really liking the layout. I was a little nervous about this, but I think the entryway is so good in this house. And then coming over to the kitchen, and custom content is a blessing and a curse, I swear, because I am someone who takes so long to make any decision, and I need to like evaluate every single option before I decide which decision is correct. And with custom content, kitchen counters is just a very big task for me. I originally thought we would go a little blue, but then I wasn't sure. So then I said, what if we go like white with those concrete gray countertops? And I really do like that, I have to say. The struggle was finding a matching fridge and matching cabinets, but I believe we pull it off eventually. And of course, the struggle of figuring out the actual layout. This is kind of one of those speed builds that it doesn't really jump around, like it kind of does move cohesively through the house for each part, but I do cut out a little bit here and there because I think, I don't know, this video will probably be like 30 minutes long because it's just a very long speed build. So I cut out a little bit of cluttering and I cut out a little bit of deciding certain layouts, but it turns out in the end, I really like it. What I didn't think I would like as much as I do is the breakfast nook little table tucked to the side of the kitchen, because obviously it's open concept and there's seats at the island and there will be a dining area as well. So we don't really need the extra seating, but I think it fits so cutely in that corner. And one of the reasons that I love custom content though is for clutter. I have so much kitchen clutter, so many different little plants and stuff like that. I actually have, it's by Brazen Lotus. It's just a bunch of custom content pieces that are like food items or other things that you would find in the game. So like little bottles, but they're separate from other items that they might be attached to, if that makes sense. And I really like that. And I think what I used a decent amount here as well, especially for plants, is a plant kit or plant pack by A Winged Llama. And I probably used the same plants over and over, but they're so cute and they look so good. And this couch is by Charlie Pancakes. It's by the Slouch set by Charlie Pancakes. And it is one of my favorite pieces of custom content ever. Like, it's so cute. It has really cute swatches. We end up going with a different swatch than the one that we have here now. And I was just kind of messing around with it. I was just like, oh, what if we tried this color? What if we tried this color? And then we actually, all of us, I was building this on stream, ended up really liking the color that we ended up going with. And we were debating on if we actually should do a formal dining area. By that, I mean, formal dining area, especially in an open concept house, it's like, is that really what it should be called? I don't know. But I just mean like a bigger dining table that would be able to host a few more people than your little breakfast nook. Because we were like, what if we did a pool table? What if we did a foosball table, a ping pong table? I don't know. Just like kind of for the vibes. But I figured that I really liked the table that we went with. And then if I changed the stools at the island to not have a like prominent back, it would kind of look less intense. Because like I was saying, it gets really overwhelming, especially in open concept spaces, when you have so much seating. I don't know if that's just me or what. I'm like, 4 people live on this lot, 3 people in this house specifically. Like, how do we need that much seating? I don't know. But thanks to one of my mods, Asia, I think she was the one that suggested we do less prominent kitchen island stools, and that really made the whole space work. And back over to the living area, as you can see, we did go with a pink couch, and I really quite like it. I threw in a little ottoman on the side with some plants, and Briar Rose is a kid, so I actually did add a couple toys around the living area, and I think it was just all coming together super, super nicely. And something that I was thinking about as I was building this as well is that sometimes custom content can't beat what's in the game. And for certain items, it just can't beat what's in the game. I have this wall light that I use around most of the house, and that is just in the base game. I don't know. I just love that light so much. I'm not even a big fan of wall lights in general. I think it's because I've been in one too many like houses or rooms that only have wall lights and don't have an overhead light, and I'm just like, I don't know who thought of that. I don't know. But I love the bifold doors, or whatever you call them, the big window open doors that look out over the rest of, what is it, Del Sol Valley. I did build this in Del Sol Valley, and that was like a whole thing for me because Del Sol Valley is not my favorite world to build in. I don't like the lighting mostly. It's okay on this lot and the other like upper lots for the rich people, but it's just in general not my favorite world. I think that there is more that they could have done with the world as well. I would have loved an apartment building or two and some beachfront lots. I would love a Get Famous refresh where they do that. I don't know if that's something that they would do in a refresh where they would add more lots to the world or like revamp the world in that way, but I would be obsessed with that. So Sims team, if you're listening, please do that. Speaking of pack refreshes, are we getting any more pack refreshes? I feel like something we could all get behind was the spa day refresh. Like, we loved it in my opinion, from what I was seeing in my community and on Twitter. Like, we loved the spa day refresh. I thought it was great. We thought it was a great idea. Like, go back and like maybe add more things that you couldn't add the first time, or like anything like that, add those 2 more packs. But that was over a year ago now, and that actually is wild to me. The passage of time, besties, I don't know. The last stuff pack was almost 2 years ago. I feel like in my last speed build, I was talking about how I miss stuff packs so much, and I definitely do. I definitely still miss stuff packs. I miss having a whole concept to get things around, not just build by items, but we'll get some creative sim items and we'll get maybe a gameplay feature as well. I miss that. Kits have grown on me in a way. I always say I wish they were a little bit cheaper, but kits have grown on me. I love the clutter kit and the pastel pop kit. Shout out to Plumbella, you did so well. I'm dying for a stuff pack. I don't know why I miss a stuff pack so much. Also, what was our last game pack? Oh, it was werewolves. It wasn't that long ago. And then we had high school years. Okay, I'm like, I want a game pack, but we did just get a game pack a few months ago, so I don't know. So I don't know where you're at in the speed build. I am looking at the office right now, and I decided I would make this Jude's office, Jude's home office, because they are a geology professor, and obviously they live in Del Sol Valley, so the weather's nice, and if River wants to go do yoga somewhere, he can do it outside. But I decided I would make a little corner of the house for Jude in case they ever need to grade papers or like anything like that. And something that I did cut out because it just took me ridiculously long, I probably spent 30 minutes doing this, was the shelf on the right when you first walk in. You can see I added some shelves there. And what I decided I would do is I would go to debug and I would look for different rocks in debug, and I would just make a shelf of different rocks because geology professor obviously likes rocks. I was an environmental studies major, which meant I spent most of my time in geology classes and just in the geology department at my school. So I get it. I understand. I too want an entire shelf of rocks, but we'll take a more in-depth look at the rock shelves when we actually go in and tour at the end, because I know I didn't end up showing that much, but it was honestly just for time, because like I said, this speed build is so long. And the doors that I am using, I believe, are the Organic Pack by Felix and Harry. Paint that I used on the wall is actually one of my favorites. It is Back to Basics by Madame Maria, and I don't know, it's just it's a very nice wall paint in my opinion. Also, if you see in the speed build that sometimes my reshade is on and sometimes it's off, that is because I have been having issues with my computer. If my reshade is on and I'm trying to stream and screen record at the same time, she just wants to explode, and I don't want that to happen. But I did about half of this on stream and half of it off stream, and so when I'm off stream, sometimes I was putting the reshade on to just take a little peek. I have the Dove 2.0 preset by Kendall Spice for anybody wondering. And then into the main bedroom here, I wanted to do like a fun little headboard. I don't know if it ended up looking as good as it could have, but it's okay. It's okay. It's fine, I would say. I definitely used some custom content by my Shuno-san. I believe the wardrobe, the end of the bed seat, and the rug is by my Shuno-san. I was really like, oh, let me put a fireplace in here. I like the idea. I don't like it in practice. It's good in theory, not in practice. It was just a little bit too big, and the TV would have been too high up, and since I was doing a sitting area there, I didn't want you to have to like stare up at the TV. And for those wondering, you might have missed it, or you maybe did catch it. I did get a chance to put the Authority in this build. I was just thinking, I don't think I got the Jungle Adventure Mirror in here, but I did get the Authority, which we know is the love of my life. I don't know why I like that plant so much. It's just so good. Oh, and that was another thing about like things that I still like in the game, even though I have access to custom content, and that is the computer that I put in Jude's office. I believe I also put it in Celeste's room as well, in her little guest house space. It's the one from City Living. I don't know. I just really like it. I really like that computer. It just is very aesthetically pleasing to me. The other ones felt too big. I was having a good time. I said, I love this one from City Living. I will continue to use it. Now, my only thing with this house is that I wish I could have made the main bathroom that's attached to the main bedroom. I wish I could have made that bigger. It is just a 2x3, which is fine. I mean, that's literally what most of my bathrooms end up being. So I might end up cutting a couple of them out. I don't know. I think we have 4 2x3 bathrooms in this whole complex and 1 4x2, which is a lot of bathrooms, but when so many are the same size, I'm going to use the same layout because that's just like what works best. So also the guest bedroom, I didn't focus on too much. I didn't put too much clutter in it. I mainly was just thinking like guest bedroom, we need a bed, maybe we'll do a little dresser, some light clutter, and a sitting area. I don't know what was making me think of it, but I was thinking of the guest bedroom at my aunt's house. She has a nice little like sitting area. It's just like a bed, a sitting area, a little shelf or two, and it's very nice. So that was my inspo, even though it doesn't look anything like this, but that was my inspo, to have a little sitting area. And is it really fair that the guest bedroom gets to walk out onto that super big back balcony? I don't know. I mean, fair? I mean, why wouldn't it be fair, right? But I'm like, Briar Rose gets to walk out onto the front balcony, which the whole reason, the house wasn't even supposed to have a back balcony, but the whole reason I added it is because I realized the view on the lot is so much better from the back of the house than it is in the front of the house. And also, you'll probably see me start on Briar Rose's room, and I was so excited about it. I was so happy about it. I thought it was so cute, and then I realized, well, maybe we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Once again, I have no idea where you are in the speed build, but I'm watching the beginning of Briar Rose's room, and this was the last thing I did. It was 2 nights ago that I was building this, and it was the last thing I did before I said, oh, I'll just finish this tomorrow. So I was not thinking straight, and I forgot a door into the bathroom. And then I literally woke up yesterday, like jolted up in bed, and I was like, I forgot a door in Briar Rose's room to the bathroom. Oh no. So we do remedy it. And I decided, honestly, for the best use of space, I blocked off like one of the sliding glass doors out into the balcony because she has 2. And they're there to function as windows and also to just like keep the aesthetic of the house looking like symmetrical and nice. So I decided we would just block off one of them because she can just use the other door if she wants. One thing we did not get was a dresser in her room, which doesn't make a lot of sense because I did say that she loves fashion. But she has a mirror and she has that really pretty shelf from the pastel pop kit, and I couldn't part with that. Like, it's so cute. As you can see, we used so much pastel pop kit in her room. I just thought it was adorable and it was perfect for her. I do go back at the very end. I don't know if I have it in a speed build, but I add a little microphone to her room because I remember saying that she does like singing, so I figured we should give her a little microphone. She has the little boy band poster. And then doing her bathroom, I just did a muted pink. The shower that I used is a recolor of the Parenthood shower, I think, and it is by Lena Sherry on Tumblr is where I found that. And I just like having more options for the shower curtains, and I think it looks really nice. One thing I didn't add was a laundry room, but I also was like, I don't like doing laundry when I play with my Sims anyway. Maybe I'm a little scarred from our Not So Berry challenge because we just finished the plum gen actually, but she was still living with her dad, who was the gray gen, and he was a slob, which meant that none of his clothes automatically went into the clothes hamper. They were all just around the house. You would literally look under his bed and there were like 5 piles of like stinky laundry. So that wasn't my favorite. I'll say it. That wasn't my favorite. So this front balcony, is that what you would call it? I don't know. But I really like it. I didn't add too much. I figure that they can maybe plant some plants in the planters, plant some plants in the planters. So true. And just have a nice little sitting area out there. Again, it's Del Sol Valley. I don't think it rains that much. So I wasn't really thinking like, oh no, what if it rains? The furniture gets wet. I think it'll be fine. It's The Sims. It's The Sims. And then moving over to the guest house. I mean, do we even call it a guest house or an in-law suite? I don't even know what you would call it. I didn't even really intend for it to be detached. Like, I would have been fine with it attached to the house as well. Oh, that's another thing that's like kind of like a requirement. I never like to say requirement, but like something that they do want is an in-law suite or just a place for Celeste to kind of have her own entire place. So something I saw that was actually in one of the HGTV houses we built on Twitch, it wasn't like a whole entire separate in-law suite with like its own kitchen, but it was like a bedroom. It had like a room divider for the bedroom part, and then in the back it had like a sink and some counters and like a coffee maker. Anything like that is kind of what they were looking for. I decided just a cute little like tiny home, honestly, would be good. Now she has all of the knitting stuff because I did forget to give River some knitting stuff in the main house, and I actually really love how this little house turned out. I think it is so cute, and once we get into the bedroom. The light comes in so beautifully. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But obviously she has lots of shoes, and I have this custom content. I think it's also by Charlie Pancakes. It's like a designer bag like that you would get at like the shops. And I was like, oh my gosh, I finally have like an actually perfect use for this. Not that you need a perfect use to use an item, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I feel like it really, literally that one item just like elevates the space. It tells you who lives here. Same with the fashion magazines, the big pictures on the wall. Really nice, really cute. Oh, and if you were wondering, I feel like I should say it in the speed build rather than wait for somebody to ask. The wood siding on the house is by Pearson. It's the MCM collection by Pearson, and it's so beautiful, so gorgeous. I love it. And then yeah, this is the bedroom here. It's not too cluttered, I don't think. But again, isn't that lighting? Like, I didn't know The Sims 4 could look like that. It's so beautiful. I didn't know that my computer could make The Sims 4 look like that. And that's not even with reshade on, I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. Maybe I am. Am I the drama? But a lot of the custom content that I used is by like official modders who have their custom content on the new modding platform as well. So that's why I felt like this was the perfect time for this video and everything like that. And once again, I don't mean to like plug it multiple times in one video, but don't forget you can join the Discord, especially if you have questions about specific items in the speed build. I might be more likely to see it in the Discord. We have a specific channel for custom content like questions and sharing and everything like that. So yeah, I might be more likely to see it in the Discord than I am in a YouTube comment. I've been getting so many comments recently. One of my shorts I think is almost or just hit 1 million views, which is my first video I think on YouTube to hit 1 million views. And it's literally a 7-second short or whatever, however long it is, of me pausing my game and my sim like looking at me. Just like that glitch. I don't know why it happens. Apparently some people are saying it's intentional. I don't know, but it's so funny because I literally just pause the game and my sims are like just looking at me. Anyway, the backyard here. Oh, I really did almost forget to do that back balcony until like the last minute. I looked at it and I said, oh, I didn't put anything out there. But you know, famously, I love to put a chess table on a back balcony for some reason. That's like very much something I enjoy. So of course a chess table. And the pool in the back here, you're like, how do you get a round pool? That is the Cool Pools pack by Mr. Olkin. It is so nice. There are so many options, like so many rounded pool options, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cannot highly recommend enough. And if you might be able to tell, I was running out of gas a little bit at the end here of the speed build. I didn't even include the landscaping in the speed build, but I didn't do anything too wild. I just did like the lounge chairs, the dining area, and then for some reason I am so obsessed with a sunken fire pit area. So I did that where I just put a platform, I sink it down, I add a little fire pit area, nothing too wild. And oh, you also might be like, I thought Celeste likes painting. Why didn't you give her an easel? I did. I don't know if this is in the speed build, but what I did is I put it at the very edge of the lot and then I used the tool mod to move it right up to the like overlook area on the lot. I mean, I hope it'll be there when we load in. I hope the game doesn't just like automatically remove that. That's what I did. I gave her a full view. Maybe she likes painting landscapes and stuff like that. I don't know. Oh, those lounge chairs are by Tuds, and a lot of the other like seating and items for the backyard area are from the Jardine pack by Felix and Harry. It's very cute, and I don't think I ever really got to properly use it until now, so cool. And of course, finishing up that back balcony with just a few sitting areas, some plants here and there. I felt like it didn't have to be too in-depth because the view is really the star there. And that is going to be bringing us to the end of the speed build. So let's jump into the game and take a look. Okay, so here is the house. I'm gonna be so real. I don't know what I was doing with the landscaping. I was not in my good landscaping era, but this is it from the outside. I don't know which lighting is the best. Maybe the morning. But you come on in here, and again, here is this closet, which I love so much. And this is the kitchen area, the main dining area, and the living area. And as you can see, you just have such a beautiful view from over here. I decided to do a little bar. I don't know. I felt like that would be fun. And then here is Jude's office, which I actually love. It looks so cozy. This is the rock shelf where all of the different rocks are. And we do have a little moment for wellness as well. And then this is the half bath downstairs. stairs and you come on up here. Not too much going on in the landing area, but this is the main bedroom for Jude and River. There's their bathroom, nothing too wild. Once again, the guest bedroom and this hall bathroom here with the double sinks. I'm like, why didn't the main bathroom have double sinks? But this one does. I don't know. Then finally, Briar Rose's room, and you may have noticed this baby Yoda, and that is because it will be peeking out looking at you from up here. That's why it's there. But yes, this is her room. I love it. Honestly, like my dream room as a kid. And then there's her bathroom. Got the back balcony there, and then all of the backyard things here. And yes, I did add a rock wall. I don't know if that was in the speed build. And then over here in Celeste's little area, we have a kitchen, a living area, a small dining area. I feel like she mostly spends time like hanging out with her granddaughter in the main house. So there's not too much going on here, but here is this room with the gorgeous, beautiful lighting. I am just so obsessed. And then her bathroom there. And there's her little painting spot looking over the beautiful view. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. The family is on the gallery under hashtag Sarah's House Hunters 3. Tours are December 4th and 11th. So make sure you are following on Twitch. If you made it this far in the video, comment The Sims really needs round pools, because it's true. And let me know what your favorite room was. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!